Well, I've sort of hit rock bottom with this 2004 Bentley Continental GT. After buying it for $27,700 last year, making it the cheapest Conti GT in the USA at the time, I finally admitted after months of discoveries and denials that the car was a lost cause. Despite its clean Carfax corroborating the low mileage on the odometer, it actually spent 10 years in Russia, where a little digging showed the odometer had been rolled back twice and it had been seized by the government at some point. As if finding out the car really has around 150,000 miles on it isn't bad enough, it also has tons of issues. Tons! Worst case scenario, the motor needs to be torn apart and a valve job performed, but probably buying a used engine for $10,000 would be cheaper and easier. And along with all of its other weird issues and mechanical problems, the fact that now the history is apparent and totally unveiled, this car is totally worthless. I've never been more screwed on a car in my entire life. Now, it wasn't supposed to be this way. As I explained in my last video, I bought this thinking I was going to get a full mechanical inspection before closing the deal, and discovered later that Bentleys were ineligible for post-sale inspections through this dealer auction network. Because I didn't read the fine print, it was totally my fault, and I was on the hook to buy this car. Now, people have suggested I should force the seller to buy the car back since he obviously knew about the shady odometer history and all the issues, but the auction house that would help me with this and facilitated the sale hasn't returned my calls or emails, so that's never gonna happen. So like I said before, I'm screwed. But even as horrible as this car is, I got tons of emails from people after my last video offering to buy it. I decided to offer my Bentley to those crazy people for half of what I paid for it. At $14,000, it sounds fair, right? Well, not really. It seems like most people would come to their senses at this number, and I've never heard from any of them again. They would run far, far away. So I've sort of hit rock bottom at this point and was thinking I'll send it to some salvage auction where people like to buy projects. But first, I was kind of curious what Carmax would have to say. As you all know, Carmax will make an offer to buy any car for cash. Anything. And they did make a pretty generous offer on my basket case 1984 Chrysler LeBaron, so I was curious how much they would offer on the most effed up Bentley in the world. So I decided to swing by and give them a chance to at my Bentley, but getting it there was really challenging. Getting it started and moved from here was a massive undertaking. Take a look.
Will it start? Key stuck. Some life now. System fault, workshop, you think? Okay, the key came out. Engine. Please start engine. I would love to start the engine. And there's another one over here. Maybe a little juice is gonna help this thing. Come on, come on! You can do it. No? Really? The key's stuck again. Come on. Wake up. Alright, that makes no sense, but it started. What are the windows doing? Alright. The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you. Today it's deciding to smoke like a chimney. We never know when it's going to smoke, but today is the smoky day.
No, don't stall, don't stall. Okay, we're off. She's moving. Good Lord. Don't stall. Come on. There's smoke in the cabin. Okay. All right, we're out. All right. Still smoking like crazy. All right, the back left window has just chosen this moment to break. It'll go down, but it won't go up. We definitely need an exorcism prayer here. I'm losing phone service for no reason, almost like it's blocking reception so it can't hear this. Most glorious Prince of the Heavenly Armies, Saint Michael of Archangel,
Defend us in our battle against principalities and powers, against the rulers of this world of darkness, against the spirit of wickedness in high places. It's full of smoke. What are you crying about?
So this Bentley has totally lost its mind. When the battery voltage gets low, it does all kinds of insane things. The key gets stuck in the ignition. The window, for some reason, the left rear windows rolled down and refuse to go up. And sometimes one wiper just starts to go on full speed while the other one does nothing. Right now, my instrument cluster is working, but sometimes the little LCD screen in there just goes totally dead. And that's just the electrical issues. And this thing drives horrible. It's obviously in some kind of limp home mode, and the check engine codes link that to some kind of turbo actuation issue along with a vacuum leak. But you've also got a really bad vibration, like one of the drive shafts is bad. And that combo together makes this thing a miserable car to drive. Yeah, that's a terrible noise. It really is a shame because this car is beautiful to look at, and it is in pretty nice condition. The wood still has its luster, the interior leather is still soft, and the paint really isn't all that bad. It's been repainted before, but it was a decent job. So this car presents itself as something beautiful, but underneath, it is a total mess. It is a nightmare. Whoo, boy. That was an adventure. Oh my God. Let's see what these guys have to say. So I didn't film inside the Carmax, but they did drive the car, go through it thoroughly, and gave me an actual offer. And I'll give you a minute to guess in the comments section what that number is. In the meantime, here's a message from our generous sponsor. I'm very lucky to have the Movement Watch Company as a continued sponsor, since I make horrible financial decisions like this craptastic Bentley. I just received their brand new monochrome edition of my favorite desert model, and unlike my Bentley, you'll be very happy buying this watch sight unseen online. I like these watches because of their modern take on classic designs, their reasonable prices, and I also identify with the founders of the company. They dropped out of college with a crazy idea and built a company from scratch that has now sold over 1 million watches in over 160 countries. It really is a clean design, and I've seriously been getting compliments ever since I put them on, and you can get yours too for a nice discount by going to mvmt.com and using the code HOOVIES15 for $15 off. I've also done pretty well giving these as gifts to my girlfriend, for example. Yes, she's real. I keep saying she's real and you guys don't believe me. So keep Movement watches and accessories in mind because they make great gifts as well. Go to mvmt.com and support this channel by using the code HOOVIES15 for $15 off, as now is the time to step up your watch game. Now, back to this steaming pile of doo-doo. So what do you all think? Did they offer $15,000? No. $10,000? No. 75? No. 6? No. 5? Still lower. The number was actually $4,000. Yeah, $4,000. So with the wheels that I put on and the shipping from Chicago to Kansas, I would lose $25,000 selling this car to Carmax. Obviously, that's not going to happen. And you can stop right there. I can already see my email getting blown up with offers of $5,000. And that's just never, ever going to happen. I'll set this car on fire before I do that. But really, though, I'll probably end up selling it at a salvage auction for somewhere in the low teens. But who knows? This thing is a huge mess. And unless you've got a little of that Tavares level of crazy blood in you, stay far, far away from Bentley projects. Thank you for watching. And now I'm going to go cry myself to sleep.